This video is part of the adult education series on reading in social studies. It covers the structure of the United States government in the context of analyzing visuals. Watch the video carefully, take notes, and be ready to answer some questions.
The Constitution and three branches of government. The U.S. Constitution created a federal government divided into three branches: the legislative branch, the executive branch, and the judicial branch. This system ensures a balance of power and prevents any one branch from becoming too powerful. Visual aid reference. This graphic clearly displays the three branches of government and the buildings and officials associated with each. Legislative branch includes Congress, which is made up of the House of Representatives and the Senate. Congress meets in the U.S. Capitol. Executive branch includes the President, Vice President, and cabinet members operating from the White House. Judicial branch includes the Supreme Court and lower federal courts. The highest court meets in the Supreme Court building. Understanding this graphic is essential, as it helps readers visualize which individuals and institutions hold specific powers. For example, the image shows that Congress writes laws, the President enforces them, and the courts interpret them. Checks and balances. To ensure no branch dominates, the Constitution establishes a system of checks and balances. This means that each branch has powers that can limit the powers of the others. Visual aid reference. This image illustrates how the three branches check and balance one another. Legislative branch can approve presidential appointments, impeach the president or judges, override presidential vetoes. Executive branch can veto bills from Congress, appoint federal judges, grant pardons. Judicial branch can declare laws or presidential acts unconstitutional, interpret laws. This visual reinforces how the government avoids tyranny. Arrows in the image show the direction of the checks, which makes it easier to understand than reading about it in text alone. For example, when Congress passes a law, the president can veto it, but Congress can override that veto with enough votes. The Supreme Court can later rule that law unconstitutional. Federalism, national and state powers. Federalism is the system that divides power between the national government and the states. The U.S. Constitution assigns certain powers to each level of government, and some powers are shared. Visual aid reference. This image is a Venn diagram that shows powers of the national government only: declare war, establish foreign policy, coin money. Powers of state governments only: conduct elections, establish schools, regulate trade within a state. Shared powers: raise taxes, borrow money, build roads, criminal justice. This diagram helps the reader distinguish responsibilities. For example, if there's a question about who controls education, a glance at the state powers shows that it's the state's responsibility. If the question is about declaring war, the national government's powers are clearly marked. Understanding these visuals helps readers gain a full picture of how the U.S. government works, what each branch does, and how power is balanced between the national and state levels. Visual aids are powerful tools in learning, particularly for complex subjects like the structure of the United States government. They help to clarify and enhance understanding by providing visual representations of information. In this text, we will explore various types of visual aids, their benefits, and how they can effectively assist students in grasping the intricate details of the U.S. government structure. Understanding visual aids. Visual aids encompass a variety of tools that present information visually. Common types include diagrams. These are graphical representations that simplify complex information. For example, a diagram illustrating the three branches of government, executive, legislative, and judicial, can help students visualize how power is distributed and functions within the government. Charts, such as flowcharts or organizational charts, can depict relationships and processes. A flowchart showing the legislative process can clarify how a bill becomes law, making it easier for students to understand the steps involved. Graphs. Graphs can present statistical information in a digestible format. For instance, bar graphs displaying the number of representatives per state in the House can illustrate the concept of representation based on population. Infographics. These combine images, charts, and text to present information succinctly. An infographic summarizing the rights guaranteed by the Constitution can provide a quick reference for students, making the material more engaging and memorable. Benefits of using visual aids. Enhanced comprehension. Visual aids break down complex information into manageable parts. For example, a diagram of the checks and balances system can help students understand how each branch of government interacts and limits the others. Increased retention. Studies show that people remember visual information better than text alone. By using infographics or diagrams, students can retain key concepts about the U.S. government more effectively. Engagement. Visual aids make learning more interactive and interesting. Colorful charts and engaging infographics can capture students' attention, encouraging them to explore the material further. Accessibility. Visual aids cater to different learning styles. Visual learners, in particular, benefit from seeing information rather than just reading it. This inclusivity ensures that all students have the opportunity to understand the material.
Let's check for understanding. Carefully read the following questions, pause the video, determine the best answer for each, and then restart the video to check your answer.
Which branch includes Congress? A. Executive. B. Judicial. C. Legislative. D. State. The correct response is C. Legislative. Who can impeach the president? A. House of Representatives. B. Senate only. C. Governors. D. Supreme Court. The correct response is A. House of Representatives. Who can coin money? A. State. B. Private banks. C. National government. D. Local mayor. The correct response is C. National government. What is the job of the judicial branch? A. Conduct elections. B. Interpret laws. C. Pass laws. D. Coin money. The correct response is B. Interpret laws.
This has been a production of D&J Designs and MathMan 1962. If you like this video, click on the thumbs up. If you want to be notified when new videos are posted, click the bell. And if you want to see more videos like this one, click on the subscribe button.